top shelf.
Hello and welcome to Top Shelf Board Games. I'm Hubba, and today we're going to review the Vinhos 2016 Deluxe Edition. In Vinhos, you are taking on the role of creating and manufacturing wine. You'll be building up farms, using farmers to enhance the quality of that wine that's produced there. You'll be building wineries and hiring workers to place in those wineries to help also increase the quality, to oversee the whole operation that's going on in your wine estate that you've built. You'll be able to build multiple winery estates and producing different colors of wine and different types of wine. So each estate can focus on different wine from the different regions around the world. The wine you're able to purchase there's multiple locations in Europe that you can purchase wine from. Each of them has a very thematic feel to them. For instance, up here in Minho, the wine up there is only good for about a year long. It's not a wine that you want to let it sit and age for a long time. And so in this game, for Vinhos, the way they represent that is the wine cannot move down the cellar track. In other words, you can't put that wine in a cellar and let it sit and age. Most of the wine you'll be able to put into a cellar, and the longer it sits in that cellar, the better value you're going to get with that wine once you go and sell it on the market or present it at a fair to one of the experts. So you're in Vinhos, though, you can't do that, and that represents that 1 year kind of limit on that type of wine. So I found that to be really cool, really thematic, and that theme of the game kind of carries throughout the whole aspect of Vinhos. The little meeples are cut up really good. They look like little little farmers. They're not just a standard meeple. You got the little barrels that you'll be collecting. These barrels you'll be collecting from the different experts that you please up here. You'll also be able to take these barrels and then sell them to either the local market, or you can take them and export them across the seas into foreign markets. You're able to take them and sell them to just your local cafe. You're able to sell them at the hotel, or you're able to sell them at one of the local bigger complex buildings. So it's kind of a cool little feel. You can kind of focus on different things that you want to do, and which areas you want to try to make your money at in this game. Obviously, like most games, your objective is to get the most amount of victory points. It's accomplished in many ways. Selling into the foreign market will allow you to get points for the initial sell. And then also there's a mechanic where if you have the most barrels in one column, you'll get additional points at the end of the game. You'll also get points immediately for selling to those local markets that I was talking about. You'll be able to go to the fair. At the fair, you can present a wine. You'll present your best quality wine. And during the fair, there's experts that you can try to appease. You got Annabella, Bruno, and Caroline. Each of them want a different type of wine. Some of them want something that smells good. Some of them want that tastes good. Some of them go for looks. And the little weather tile here will kind of tell you what the experts are going to be wanting and what's going to get you bonus points at the fair. The weather tile also is going to affect the quality of wine that you produce during that year. So if you have a bad year or a bad day of weather, a bad year of weather, your wine quality is going to be reduced. Whereas if it's a nice sunny day or a nice sunny year, that production is going to be increased. So you got to manage your wine production, your whole operation very, very efficiently. And that's where the fun of this game comes in. I mean, it's a straight Euro game. There's no luck whatsoever in this game. It's straight Euro. You're going to win or lose based on the decisions that you make. So if you like Euro games, this is a game it's going to be right up your alley, especially if you like that puzzly aspect. The actual mechanic of the game revolves around this action selection board where you'll be taking your meeple and moving to an adjacent space, and then taking the action associated with it. You're able to jump clear across the board to another space, so that's 2 spaces away, but you'll have to pay money to do so. Also, if you land in a space with another character, you'll have to pay them, one money. And if you land in a space that has a taxation marker, you'll also have to pay an extra $1. So you might really want some actions, but you don't want to go and land and pay a bunch of people at the same time. So you have to make your choices there as far as what you're going to do. There's also tiles that you can get that'll give you extra actions. You can also purchase experts, and these little experts will give you extra actions that you can do. And each of them has a different ability they'll give you. In this edition, it also comes with a ton in this box, right? You get in the 2016 Vinhos edition. You're getting the 2010 Vinhos edition, the complete game of the 2010 version. So if you like that version, don't like the 2016 version, you can still play the 2010 version. That all comes in this game. Then to top it all off with, the game also comes with 4 different expansion packs or add-ons that come standard in the game. You don't have to go out and purchase them separate. You get the Vinhos Deluxe Island Pack that adds a little island off of the coast of where you can purchase more wine from. You got more random expert packs that you can add, so you can customize, which experts are going to be in the games, thus making the game totally different every time. You have the Vinhos Deluxe Connoisseur Pack. This one has a special weather tile. It also allows you to cover up different regions of where you can purchase wine. When you play with less than the full complement of players, you won't play with all of the open areas to purchase wine from. It comes with tiles that allows you to cover it up so you remember, plus it has a better aesthetic look to the game. You also have the Vinhos Deluxe Tasting Room Pack. This is where you can send travelers, tourists basically, you can send them down into your cellar, and for each tourist that's down there, you'll get extra value points out of your wine when it's produced. So there's a lot going on in the game. There's a lot to do, and there's really nothing negative to say about the game. The game plays very smooth. It moves right along. It's very puzzly and thinky. It's kind of got that mechanic of where your wine, you're going to produce it, and then it's going to sit in that cellar and wait. And you're managing multiple estates that are having wine, slowly age. And so you're playing that game of thinking, you got to plan ahead in this game, because you got to get a wine produced of the right color, the right value, the right taste, whatever, so you can export it, or so you can take it to the fair and present it. So that creates kind of a waiting game where you have to really plan out in advance. So if you like games that you got to plan out in advance, you got to think down the road, this is going to be a game that you will really, really enjoy. And if you like that style and you like the action selection, I highly recommend this game for you. With that being said, just a personal thing, I don't really care for the whole waiting of the wine aging. I do not think that far in advance. So the game was kind of a hard game for me. I just didn't like the waiting of the wine. I mean, it's very thematic and it makes total sense. I just didn't like that mechanic of waiting for it to, the wine to move down the cellar to age properly so I could put it in the market at the right time. It's extremely thematic, but I didn't like that part of the game. It just felt stressful, and just a stress that I didn't like. But that's just my own personal preference, obviously. The component-wise, everything is top-notch. I say it all the time. Eagle Gryphon makes really high-quality stuff when they produce. They tend to overproduce their games, right? You're definitely getting that here. You're getting a ton in the box. It's an expensive game. It's over $100 for this game, but you're getting technically 2 full complete games plus 4 add-ons. And you're getting these little wine bottles that just for an aesthetic look. There's buildings that you can add on, 3D buildings to make it look more, just cooler, basically. So you're getting your money's worth when you purchase this game, and if the theme interests you, if those mechanics I talked about interest you, I highly recommend picking this game up. You won't regret it. So thanks for watching today's segment. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this. Also, if you have any recommendations for how to play videos on what video you would like to see a how to play for created, let me know. You can email us at topshelfboardgames@gmail.com. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Bye.